Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tales of Gonbarra, Wayward Survivors. I hope you've been doing alright. It's been a little bit. Not as long as the last time, but I also uploaded back to back instead of waiting 3 weeks this time. So we're almost normal. Huzzah! Let's put on a little background music because it's been quiet. So last where we left off, our players helped deliver the dead remains of a god to a god burial site and fought off some rather spooky looking pre-archosaurs, and I have the name pronunciation for them right here, and I am going to butcher it again, which is why I'm saying it, because that's half the fun, right? If you can't embarrass yourself live on video for people, what's the point? Garjarnia. And after doing that, the druid friend they've been waiting to hear back from finally got a hold of him. I was like, hey, I have a quest, go help this animal. Or kill this animal. Interact with this animal, was the pitch. And they met the wonderful world of Big Al. And then fought off a funky little guy with a funky little shark fin on his back. But we're not going to worry about that part. And you went back to town, and you got a rest. And you all slept and had some very, very funky dreams. Because I do enjoy me my funky dreams. But now it's morning. Now it's waking up. And you have but one goal. Well, I mean, there's a couple of goals, I guess. But you have one big one. That's like the big mission focus highlighted in the menu bar. Find the boatman. So dawn breaks. I don't remember who. I don't know if we even with the dreams put it in a timeline order of going down the line, or if it was just intervals in the night. Did anybody not go back to sleep after waking up from their weird dreams?
Ms. Eve probably did, although they were again probably the first to rise.
Yes.
Surefire also rises early, military man.
Yes, excellent. So morning breaks. You guys have a goal. You do whatever morning rituals you want to do. If you need us to get supplies in town, let me know. We can pick some stuff up. Or if you think you guys have enough to start trekking through the woods, you got a marked spot on your map. So, which, for player reference, we will show very briefly. Bada bing, bada boom. I think it's on this map. Did I mark it on the big overworld map? Let's find out. I don't remember. I did. Yes. It's even got the boat. I love it when I actually label things. You're headed for the boatman.
Are we currently here?
No.
According to the bones? No.
You are... I never put Rawhide Gulch on the map. Let me do that. To be fair, I think I was keeping it loosey-goosey for the time being.
Yeah, because the circles are the preservation domes, right?
No, the circles with the filled-in dots are the towns. The big ones are the domes.
Oh, okay.
If it's got color in the middle, that's a place with animals inside. If it's got a black dot in the middle, that means there's people inside. And I was...
green.
You know what I mean.
No, I mean, I don't know if you're colorblind or not, so to me, they're green.
The dark...
Well.
You... Kens, I swear, if you out me as colorblind to everybody like this...
I think you just outed yourself.
I outed myself. I am, in fact, a little colorblind. So the ones with the filled-in circle, like that one that you're clicking on...
The bullseye ones.
Bullseyes are towns... The big circle dots that have different colors in them, for the most part, have animals and weird stuff about them. And you know what? We will make that Rawhide Gulch. You guys just hung out in the south part. So you didn't get to see all the big funky bones yet.
We saw some funky god bones, or dear god, depending on who of us you talk to.
Rawhide Gulch. Boom. Apparently it is anchored to a post, which is weird. Oh well.
You can hit Alt and drag it where you want.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, if you hold Alt, it'll move it independently of the grid.
Yes. So you'd never went north enough, but to point out, you technically do have two particular angles in which you could travel. The easiest one, which is why I'm saying the first one, is go to the boatman, and the boatman will take you through these lovely islands over here. Very nice, very shiny. And he will bring you down over here to the town. And I named this town, so we are going to put it... Let's find a fun text for it. We'll go with this one. That one's ominous. That text is not ominous enough because... Well, maybe if I bold it. Here. No, I want to... I wish to bold this. And make it maybe a little bigger. There we go. So this is Mizurraine.
Missouri.
We're headed to
Mizurraine.
Missouri.
I do not promise that there will not be arches. And in Mizurraine is the nearest town to the Credo Conservatory over here. With Granny Knucklebones. But you also know, having helped out those Pluven, that there is a Pluven village up here who does not have a name yet, so we will just call it the Pluven Village.
The nest.
It'll get a properly, weirdly British name later. Oof. And if you go up there, there is also a potential druid leader up there who will lead you to this big green dot on the map. So there are technically options, but you also have a guy who will take you to the boatman in the form of a neon yellow banana Parasaurolophus. Which hopefully won't take you into anywhere too dangerous. But that's up to you. And then there's all this stuff on the west coast, but we don't worry about the east coast, but we don't worry about that.
I'm fine going wherever Laddie wants to go, because I don't have any my character really wants to do. So following where somebody actually wants to go somewhere is just kind of in his nature.
Miziv doesn't really have, like, investment to go anywhere specific. They're just kind of, like, in the observe and study stage of it right now. But they're fine going wherever.
Now, to be fair, Laddie got his guiding situation in over the dreams at the end of the session last session of, oh, hey, here's something to keep an eye out for when you go there. So you'd have to tell the party currently, because otherwise, the neon yellow dinosaur told you, hey, there's a potential cool place this way, we just gotta go talk to the boatman.
What was in the dream again?
Yes, that is a good question. I believe it's still here in the general. It is this plant, which is potentially a spot of use for your goal. You know, because you're looking for the cure.
It's a medicinal plant.
It's a medicinal plant. Probably.
No, that's the wrong date for that to be at.
So if you go to General under Campaign 1...
Oh, okay, yeah, there we go, on the 9th.
Yes, on the 9th.
Okay. And all that plants in that direction.
And you know that plant's in that direction. But you also have a vague idea that each of the conservatories has a plant. You don't know what kind of plant's in this big guy over here on the west, but you know, it's something important.
Fi,
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Fi had wanted to talk with Granny Knucklebones because it had been implied that she might have had communications with gods of his pantheon. He would like to see if there are any messages, but he will go with whatever everyone else wants to do.
Fair enough.
So, should we discuss our dreams in character?
If you want to, yeah. If you think you guys are close enough to talk about weird dreams you had overnight. I mean, to be fair, Agalma's was relatively peaceful.
So was Ms. Eves. Oh, didn't Yardock have a kind of worrisome dream? Yarnock's old boss started talking to him?
Oh, not Yarnock's old boss.
Or did I mishear? Misunderstand?
Oh no, Yarnock's old boss is dead. Yarnock saw the corpse. It was the sun that spoke to Yarnock.
Yeah, the sun straight up hates me.
Oh. It is a deadly laser.
The sun is...
Which is true to real life, too, because I'm pasty white.
Yeah, it's summer. The sun hates us all right now.
It was 113 yesterday,
Disgusting.
but now it's 104 and humid. We were supposed to get rain over the weekend, but it was so hot that they literally evaporated the clouds, so all the humidity just sank down onto us without any of the fun rain.
Oh no.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it's called the Phoenix heat bubble, or the thermal bubble. It is. It sucks. It destroys any chance of weather unless it's super thick. Sorry, my little desert rant over.
No, it's fine. It's almost 100 it's going to be almost 113 here in the Midwest coming up, and I am not looking forward to that.
Stay alive.
Hasn't been getting that hot here, but it's been hovering between like 80 and 90% humidity
Yeah.
every single day.
That's the part I'm not enjoying.
Yeah. I don't want to be outside and have the air be wet. That's not right.
Yeah.
Don't
I
want to
mean, that's-
drown when I'm breathing.
Yeah.
I mean, people make fun of Phoenix people for going, at least it's a dry heat. But seriously, at least
The
it's a dry
humidity
heat.
is so bad.
The humidity is going to be... Ugh.
Like my
So-
friend in South Dakota.
So to anybody listening...
Water.
To anybody listening that has survived this, because it'll probably take me forever to upload this, as I have a habit of doing. If you have survived the heat bubble, congratulations. It is going to be worse the further north you go.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do a tangent on that.
Oh no, you're good.
No, it's chill. We live in a hell of our own creation.
I mean, that would be a fun way... That would be a fun way to start the dream conversation of Yarnock approaching people's like, does the sun hate me?
I don't think he would discuss it unless it was,
Oh, I have a way. So, is everyone down like in the inn getting breakfast or something?
Yeah, I'm doing my
Yes.
sacrifices.
Yeah.
Downstairs.
Ms. Eve would eventually shuffle in after getting the morning sunshine. Goes, You know, it's so nice being on a planet where you can actually see the sun and embrace it and enjoy it. Their coloration is now a lot more green than the first time you all saw them on the beach. They are flourishing.
Yeah, the sun here seems to be treating you pretty nicely.
Yes, you have developed a lovely tilt's head tan.
Oh my god, speaking of colorblind.
I mean, dog.
Yeah. Eye stalk flits down to their body and goes, oh, and then it seems to click. Goes, yes, I feel much more vibrant here.
Sun is nice here.
Seems to be. The first
sun
one I've
is
seen unhindered, unclouded.
Doesn't yell at you when you stand out in it.
What?
Does the sun yell at you?
Yeah.
Flower face rotates a little bit.
In what manner does the sun yell?
This is me trying to remember exactly how that went down.
No, that's absolutely fair. It pretty much called you. You are the last survivor. Good luck. I'm coming. If I remember right.
Yeah, he just kind of goes quiet. He goes, if there's ever two suns, you should let me know.
Ooh,
That would.
okay.
Hmm.
I believe we would all be fairly aware if there were suddenly twice as many.
Oh, damn it.
But I have heard of binary and even trinary star systems, but I think we would have seen a paired sun by this point. Unless you mean it is traveling, which I have heard of rogue planets, but rogue suns? That is fascinating.
Well, he said good luck and said I'm coming, so...
Oh,
Said this?
Sun.
wait, no, this makes sense. We have already been informed that gods travel from plane to plane. Perhaps it was the sun god of your world who is communicating with you.
No,
He shrugs, goes,
you
That
are
is-
pretty sure it's just the sun.
he also doesn't know what gods are.
This is also fair.
Yeah?
So the whole thing about the god graveyard just kind of. This looks like a normal graveyard.
And there's a bunch of...
It's just a bunch of bones, man.
It was spicy, but yeah. You all did see
buffet?
Phantom God.
That's what he was thinking when he walked in there the first time. He's like, are we having dinner? He just didn't say
Oh.
anything because he didn't think that would come out very nicely.
Oh, the way Yardock was raised probably did survive on just bone marrow, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
And ants.
Hmm.
Ate
Alright.
Even in the apocalypse, there's ants.
Is the looming threat of giant ants attack appetizing to Yarnock?
Yes, actually.
Truly a feast for the ages. Why are we running
It's coming
away
to
from
me.
them?
The buffet just walks up to me. Yeah, I'll take this. He drops that worrying statement and goes, "Okay, I think it just does not like me. You're fine." And he goes to get breakfast.
Hmm.
Do you
I
think
get-
he's talking about a dream?
I suppose.
Maybe.
I did have a pleasant one last night.
Oh, yes?
Yes, I was among the stars. It's a dream I've had before, but this time it was slightly different. It was curious.
Interesting. I guess last night the god Apollo visited me in my dream, and there's this plant I need to find that should be on our way to the conservatory down south.
Oh, you have received direct instructions?
Yeah, I guess you could call it that.
Divine guidance would be the more accurate term, but who's keeping track?
Apollo. That is a solar god, yes?
Yeah, which I guess is a little concerning then if Yarnock also was visited by a sun god.
Historically, does he have problems with I stock flits over to where Yarnock is? Whatever Yarnock is.
Well, according to...
You
It said when he was born he had to fight off a dragon.
Concerning.
I don't see why Yarnock would be earning his wrath.
Perhaps by association?
Well, I think I may have seen Artemis, which is his sister, and she doesn't have anything against Yarnock.
This is true. Artemis has no beef with Yarnock.
I should hope so.
Did you dream of Artemis last night?
Well, yeah, she was there.
Did she give you guidance as well?
No. She was standing in her temple, and I waved and walked away because I don't want to go into her temple anymore.
Oh.
But
She was very nice about it, though.
you just walked away?
Has Agama explained her hibernation?
Nope,
No.
not yet. And to be fair, Artemis did give her the option. It was, hey, we need to have a talk, but I also understand. At least I'm not my brother Ares, who was trapped in a bottle for like 2 months. But I don't think he's the right one for this situation.
Yep. Nope. Saw Artemis, waved, and then went to go see my family.
Goma!
What?
She was certainly
haven't-
there to give you instruction. You do not walk away while your commander is speaking to you.
Well, A, she's not my commander. B, I haven't seen my family in like years.
Probably rocking around 450 or so. Yeah. At least.
That would line up with Latimer knowing when her people supposedly disappeared.
Yep.
Sorry, did I say... What's your name? It's not Latimer. I just realized I messed
Latimer.
that
Wait
up.
a minute, you're close.
Let him in.
Yep.
Yeah, Latimer's the name of a space station and something I was watching recently, so I got mixed up.
Valid.
I did
Trying
not
to figure out
receive. I did not receive instructions. I would have liked the opportunity pointed glare at Agalma. However, I do believe my world may be experiencing an ice age, so I should enjoy the sun while it is here.
Did you have a dream as well?
Yes.
Divine in nature, or
It certainly seemed so. It is not like me to make up the visage of my gods. That would be a rather strange turn. However, it seems that winter and spring are arguing again.
Oh man, I wish I could splurge stuff right now, but I can't.
Oh, I know it's something so much more fucked up than that, but
curious?
yes. It would seem that in his kindness, Lord Incus has transposed me to this plane world, whatever one would call it, while they sort things out.
Oh,
That
so you
would-
mean you're gonna be able to go back?
Perhaps. I am not certain. I hope so. Or maybe I will die here. That would also be nice.
I think you may be right, Fi. If my theory is correct concerning the nature of this place, eventually some of us may return, or our descendants, in the very least. We have encountered people like us who are endlings of their race, assumedly, last of their kind. But we have also seen many people here, Kluvens, Manyhorns, and the like. People who, if I'm sure we dug into their histories, might have a similar tale of individuals showing up here when their world was facing some calamity or such. I think we are in a preserve, a massive vivarium designed to preserve those that are, well, endangered. Perhaps with the chance of repopulating, or we're just being preserved, or whatever divine or above interest. Not pointing at the fourth wall DM screen.
This is totally not my place where it's like, okay, I want to put an Arsinoetherium here, and let's put some dinosaurs there, and what about a giant monkey? No.
Kong Island?
Writing that down.
Oh, that might be what the big dome in the water is.
That one's a surprise. Don't worry about it. So yes.
But yes, that is my theory for the time being. And with these dreams, that kind of gives me that intent. Although Yarnox did not seem as encouraging as perhaps the rest of yours. But mine did not seem to have a divine tint to it at all, which makes me an outlier, I suppose, or just the exception to the rule. Who knows?
Well, I mean, two of them are clerics, and one of them had ties to a god.
Yeah, no, it's just hearing the stories I realized it's like, 4 out of 5 had direct divine influence. While Maziv is just like, I'm in the stars, yee!
I mean, you're my space boy. You're my space boy. But no,
Going off of the assumption that Yarnox was divine in any sense, which I don't think is actually the intent.
Oh no!
That is Fi's misinterpretation.
Yeah, it's also Maziv making an assumption on that one.
Mm-hmm. Perhaps if Yarnox's sun god is in some way incensed with him and Mayhaps he was sent here as a form of banishment rather than preservation? A punishment of sorts?
I don't think.
From the sound of things on Yarnok's world, at least what he said, I think this isn't much of a punishment for him then.
Perhaps the punishment has not landed yet. It can be much crueler to follow from a false sense of security before you give the true discipline.
It's a cheery way to put it.
Or maybe the sun didn't send him and it's mad he got away.
Oh. Yarnok has not mentioned any sort of relationship with another entity, has he?
Mentioned a master, I believe.
You
Which
could.
I believe is the one who created him. He seems to be artificially constructed.
I mean, you could go ask him. He is somewhere. What are you doing, Yarnok, now that you have split away from the party?
He's sat at the table and he's eating whatever breakfast is given to him.
Okay, so it's a mixture of eggs and some leafy greens and some hash browns, though they're not potato hash browns. If we went into the specifics about it, it would probably be a version of cycad root, because cycad roots are pretty similar to tubers, last I read, but I could be incredibly wrong about that. But it's also my setting, so fuck it. There's a cycad that has tuber roots that you can eat like potatoes. And there's a little bit of meat, and the keeper, whose name I do have, I just have to flip to the right page.
Modern
fair.
cycad roots kind of look like ginger.
Yeah, so they're kind of
There
like
you go.
they're kind of like that, but it has a flavor profile not as intense as ginger. And Pharynx, like, yeah, sorry about the meat. I wasn't sure how much you actually ate. So, spicy potatoes.
This is good. I like this.
Good. I'm glad you like it. There's plenty of different kinds of foods to try out there.
There you go. That's Yarnok's goal now.
So, I haven't been able to ask since your friends are over there still talking to each other. Where are you heading?
I don't know.
That's fair.
He looks over at the rest of them and is like, they haven't said where we're going.
This is fair. If you're wanting to try different foods, there's two places nearby that have some really ones I think you would enjoy. There's a Pluven village to the north. Can't remember the name off the top of my head. But they are very known for their smoking of meats, and they're mostly carnivore based. It's a little disturbing for my taste, says the Ceratopsian man. But if you want to try meats, no one does meats better than they do. Hands down. My opinion, but hands down.
Okay.
And then if you're going to travel south to go meet the boatman, and then go further south, there's a town on the south side of the coast called Mizurraine. They do spicy stuff very well. Like, so much flavor and depth and profile. It's a wonder to eat there.
He's nodding as like these spicy potatoes.
They make my spicy potatoes taste almost bland in comparison. Well, they're not as toxic as these guys are, but you know, the flavor. Yeah, so fun fact for the humans in the chat. Cycads are some of the most toxic plants on planet Earth. Everything is built to kill anything that eats it. Which means dinosaurs just went, spicy.
I see.
Luckily, none of you are human. So, I don't have to worry too much about that.
Well, Laddie's a halfling.
Yeah, he's a halfling. It means he's got a stomach worth of iron and can eat 4 times more than anybody else.
That's fair.
Yeah, fair enough.
Especially if he's a stout halfling.
What kind of halfling are
He
you?
was a Lightfoot, wasn't he?
Oh, it might be Lightfoot.
I thought it was Ghostwise or something.
Oh,
Oh yeah, he's the spooky one.
Oh,
cute one.
Oh, you're a halfling of a different color. Okay.
So we have a spooky halfling, a living statue, a dragon who's a homunculi technically, a space plant, and an archon, which is a celestial. I don't have to worry if food's inherently poisonous to you or not cross cultures.
Damn, yeah. Just have to make sure we don't feed the plants any pesticides. Or herbicides, sorry.
Which is fair. I have not built that in encounters, so do not worry about it when I give you food. He's like, so if you're going there, Mizurraine's got some of the best flavor profiles this side of the spine, but if you're wanting the best meats, you go north. But not too far north. When you start losing trees, you've gone too far north. It's cold up there.
Okay.
Heard a rumor that there's even a wall of ice if you go far enough north.
What?
Yeah. Like a whole
what?
wall.
What is that?
You right. Desert world. You came from a death world, desert thing, right? You mentioned that last night, I think, a little bit. After you had... Yeah, so you wouldn't know what ice is. So water, right?
Uh-huh.
He, takes out a cup. So water is liquid, right? But if you put it under enough fire, it turns to a gas, right? If you make water cold, it turns into a solid like a rock.
There's still a hint of confusion on his face.
Let me see. Let me check real quick. Excuse me. To the wizard, Mr. Maziv.
yes.
I know.
My stock flips over.
Do you have anything that can turn water into ice?
So, funny thing, I literally just checked to see if I picked up shape water. That's my cantrip, but no, the only ice thing I have is ice knife, and that's not going to be so great for demonstrations.
You couldn't do it for a demonstration. It's fine.
I don't have.
If it's a
I only have
cantrip.
2 spell slots.
Oh, it's not. Then don't worry about it. It's like, okay.
Yeah, it's like level 1 ice knife. I don't have any
Let's
ice
see.
cantrips, unfortunately.
And so you watch him okay, he doesn't have any ice spells. Gotcha. Sorry about that. I'm teaching your friend here about the concept of ice.
Yeah.
Glad at the others.
Yarnock, when water gets very, very cold, it turns into a clear rock.
There's still confusion on his face.
Mizurraine makes that.
Does he know what a rock is?
He makes that Marge Simpson grumble static noise and goes, "Well, you're not technically wrong. There's arguments about if ice is a mineral or not."
No, you hear from the bartender. No, I don't think he knows what cold is.
Oh.
He doesn't have any fucking clue what cold is.
Fi rubs his own chin for a moment, just thinking very intently. Ears kind of pinned back. And then they perk up and Do you recall when you get extremely hot, it stops feeling like hot? Like, it changes when you get hot enough?
Yeah, he would probably have felt that sensation before.
Yeah, once or twice. Not much after you became the leader of the Draconoids. I'm calling them that now.
Go for it. I didn't name him.
The Dark Lord and the
That's-
Draconoids.
Ooh, that's cool. That is similar to what cold feels like.
He
Have
makes
you-
it-
Have you ever been in a cave?
Yeah, but it's always hot. It's only slightly cooler than outside.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. You'll
That world
just.
was actively trying to murder everybody on it.
You're right. There's a reason it was. It's because the sun's a big hater. Tell you what. Have you been swimming yet? Been to the ocean?
He washed ashore.
We washed
Swam
ashore,
through a river.
and we were in the river. Yeah.
Yes. So it's like that that change from the air to the water, but more. Like lower.
Okay. It's very clear that he doesn't believe you.
But yeah, so there's apparently a whole wall of ice up north. I've never been myself. I've never been further north than that Pluven village. But but allegedly the trees, it gets so cold up there that the trees stop growing, and it's only grasslands, and there's a bunch of weird animals up there.
With the way that Fi described it, he's just kind of like, okay, and he's singing to himself. Ice sounds gross. I don't like that.
Yes.
He sounds gross.
I do get the irony of me saying that because I live in fucking Wisconsin.
Okay. And eventually, as you guys are having breakfast and things are going down, Leroy does make an appearance. My lovely, lovely banana man. And he goes up to the bartender and he's like, "Can I get the usual for my breakfast?" And he nods and he goes around the corner and comes back with just what looks like a giant bush full of leaves. And he goes, "Ah, perfect, thank you." And he just goes to town on it.
That tracks.
It's like a cow in a bar grazing.
Did Leroy
His
offer
Eve recoils.
Did Leroy offer last time to take us to the next town? Or the boatman?
He offered to take you to the boatman if you wanted to go to the boatman. If you didn't, it was no worries.
So, yesterday Leroy offered to take us to the boatman, and, well, that's definitely where I want to head.
Mm-hmm.
If you all would care to join me, still.
Would be quite happy to.
Yes.
I'm down for the boatman. That sounds fascinating.
That's where we're going. I will go with.
Okay. He says, like, chewing through leaves, "I guess we're going to see the boatman. It's a bit of a hike. And you probably won't be coming back from the boatman anytime soon. So if you gotta, like, get stuff, or, like, pets or something. Well, yeah, he's a boatman. You usually get on a boat. If you get on a boat, you go somewhere." He says, like, chewing through the leaves. Making direct eye-to-stalk contact.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, "Oh, sorry. Right. He swallows like, sorry about that, but I need to remember where I'm talking.
I mean, gestures at someone, a man, some person, an animal-based person eating like meat. They just gesture a vine at that.
Yeah, that's the way I'm taking it, but like, don't think I'm ever gonna eat you or nothing. I don't eat people.
That's good to know.
But no, if you guys are wanting to go to the boatman, I'll take you to the boatman. It's fine, he owes me a favor.
That would be very much appreciated.
Sure, it's going to be a hike. I don't know where you want to go with the boatman, but there's a bunch of different places. There's a whole bunch of different islands, and each one's a little different than the last. And there's the south coast where they have one of them conservatory things. And they got a town down there, Mizurraine, like not like this little outpost here of Rawhide Gulch, but like an actual proper town. Like with paved streets and stuff. Oh, so fancy, they got paved streets. And he says it in a slightly condescending tone, like he's talking about the town sarcastically.
South is definitely where I want to go.
Oh! Yeah, then the boatman can take you. And you could even, like, visit some of the islands in between. They'll probably island hop to get fresh resources. You know, fun times like that.
Guess that maybe we'll feel a little like home being on an island again.
Oh, yeah, no, the islands are fun. Some of them have, like, really cute little animals. Some of them have really big animals that are normally small little guys. Some of them have death upon wings. You know. I think one of them has a monkey.
Oh, I hope we don't see the death upon wings one.
Oh, probably not. Well, maybe. I don't know. I run into the guy once or twice. He seems alright.
Ah.
Just, yeah. But you won't see, it won't, like, be on the trip down to see the boatman. That'll be, like, when you're out on the islands and stuff. He usually doesn't leave the islands. And most of the time, he's going in and out of that big old dome over there, so I think that's his nest.
Interesting.
I see.
Besides, there's lots of stuff in the water to worry about first before you even worry about the guy from the sky. Anyways, I'm gonna go get some supplies. I'll meet you at the gate.
Shall meet you there.
Why is everyone who lives here so nonchalant about the dangers?
Why are you so chalant about them?
Because I'm a little guy in a big world.
Ah, we are all but little guys to someone.
Yeah, but I'm a little guy to a lot of someone's.
You are. You really are.
He's a bite-sized snack in a world of megatheropods.
I'm sitting here looking like a single goldfish cracker.
Built like a baked bean. And buddy, it's a barbecue.
Well,
Sorry.
if we are to be... if we are to be traveling for an extended period of time, I suppose I should stock up a little bit on my offerings, lest it be a long time before I can acquire more. I'll go over to the bar and talk to Farank and ask him, like, where are the priests who prepare the incense?
Oh yeah, there's There's a little temple right there. He points out the window towards the most stone building in town. I think it's a non-denominational sort of a thing. If you need supplies for that kind of for religious practices, is usually where you go to get them. And any traveling gear you need would be over there where your banana friend is at.
Banana. What is this?
He reaches.
Oh, is
beneath...
that the name of the color?
No, the color's yellow. He reaches under the counter and puts a banana on the counter. This is a banana.
And we are certain it is not the name of the color.
Yes.
Hmm.
I just call him a banana because I have permission to call him a banana, and he's like the same color.
What is this?
Food.
A banana, I understand that. Ah, that would explain it.
Yes, watch. So if you're going to eat a banana, you go like here, you go to this top... You should know anyway.
Okay.
You go to the top here, and you crack the stem, and you peel it down, and you do this 4 corners, and you don't want to eat the peel. Well, I like to eat the peel, but I've also got molars that can chew through a tree. You probably don't. So you just want to eat the soft fruit. It's very sweet, and it is very delicious.
You are correct. I cannot chew through a tree. My teeth are designed only to bite through the flesh of my enemies.
Not a bone cruncher, gotcha. Here you go, banana, on the house.
Ah.
And just puts it in your hand, and then goes off to start cleaning up the counts.
Oh, this is not the house, this is my hands. What house would you like it on?
It's a phrase. It's yours. Eat the banana.
Oh. If looks at it very confused and...
Like
we covered drinking, we didn't cover eating.
It's like drinking. You open your mouth, and you bite down on it like it's the arm of your enemy, and you chew on it.
Through it sideways.
And then
straight through the middle.
Yep, and then you just chew it and swallow it. And as you bite through the banana, you get the wonderful taste that is artificial banana flavor in our day and age, because this is Gonbarra, and I can save the extinct banana trees. This was a ploy to introduce real bananas back into the world.
Bananas are gross.
I will say, the way if I took a bite out of the banana, that's how I used to eat bananas as a kid, and it drove my mom nuts.
He is now holding 2 sides of a banana and the center of a banana in his mouth.
Chew it.
He does not know how to...
Chew it. Like how you gnaw on the bones of your enemies.
I do not... Oh, it's fallen out.
Nazeev is just watching from with the group and just kind of... They're actually touching those with their bare hands. Gross.
You would too, wouldn't you?
I mean,
you're not wrong.
You're a plant person.
Yeah.
Again, Nazeev doesn't have the same hangups as like an animal person would, but still, it's just like, you know what that is, right? It's saying if I have trouble like understanding consuming things, Nazeev isn't going to confuse him with stuff like, oh yeah, that's fruits are evolved to spread the seeds of they're part of propagation, reproduction.
Yeah, that would definitely add more confusion.
Baby eater.
Oh, what eater?
Baby eater.
No.
No, I'm kidding. Carrying on. So you guys get out of the tavern, piling out. I'm assuming Yarnock picks up the children.
Yarnock is actually thinking about that, and he's gonna turn to look at I don't know who would. Laddie would be the one he would ask this, I think. Like, is this gonna be dangerous?
Well, our banana friend did say that there could be some predators along the way, so yeah, I suppose kind of like what we've seen so far.
Mm. And he's gonna go into the barn and ask if he could leave them here.
This is fair. I have Jabari is there operating the counter. You go in and ask that, and he's like, well, I have had some long-term staying, but that would depend on if you plan on coming back this way. Do you plan on coming back?
He thinks about it, and he was told 2 places to go by the bartender, so he nods. He's like, probably.
Okay.
I don't think they should come on a boat where it's scary.
Now, that's fair. I understand your concern. I will let you know that dodos, like your little feathery friend here, and she says picking up the friend who is squawking happy to see you, do not fear water. They are actually a native island species. And your other big child, as you referred to them, probably could face a T-Rex head on, and the T-Rex would break some teeth. T-Rexes are really, really big carnivores, big meat eaters.
Okay.
So you'd probably be fine. Your little guy just has to be fast.
He's gonna look at the rest of them and is like, should we bring them with? This is scary things to do.
It does not seem any scarier than what they would have been facing before they joined our company.
I think they would miss you.
I suppose if it would make you happy, Yarnock.
Above game, it's like, should we leave them here or not?
You should bring them with you, because you don't know when you'll be back anytime soon.
That's fair.
If they get injured, I can use my healing magic on them too.
There's a lot of thinking going on. Yeah, I should bring them with. Okay.
Okie doke. Here you go. They were an absolute delight to be having here. I gave them a bit of a scrub down, gave them a good cleanup. They should be good for travel.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. You already paid in advance, so you're good. You don't have to pay now.
Yeah, that's right. I was wondering about that.
I remembered that. That was in my notes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pets acquired, I guess.
Pets acquired. Huzzah.
Pets acquired. Yeah.
That,
Also, depending if the dodo is female or not, I guess we'd have eggs, but that's a little fucked up.
so, generally speaking, in theory, yeah, but in practicality, no. Dodos only lay 1 egg at a time in their nest, and from the bones we've been able to test, it's usually about 1 egg a year.
So there you go. Don't have to worry
They're
about
like They're like the cockapoo, where they did not breed fast enough to outpace some of the things that showed up on the island,
Yes.
Yeah.
like the British.
The British.
Yeah.
Oh, it
How
wasn't.
many things were?
It wasn't the British that killed the dodo, but the Dutch.
I mean, honestly, the Dutch have gotten off too easy for all the fucked up things they've done.
Yeah, you hear that, Dutchman? Fuck you.
You hear that Dutch person in the audience? We're looking directly at you.
Yes, of
Gonna
our
getcha.
incredibly large
wasn't
Deutsch
it the
hoodie.
Dutch that started the slave trade.
We're not going to get into that. We are here to fight dinosaurs and other prehistoric creatures, not talk about the Dutch and their many
And
travesties.
giant shrews.
And I remember what happened in the Congo, but we're not going to talk about that.
Oh no. Oh no.
We'd be here all night.
Hmm.
So you guys get out and you get your stuff and your supplies and your pet friends, and you begin your glorious adventure. Da 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 da.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could we have said we picked up supplies?
Yes.
Okay.
I am theming it under you have asked Leroy to help you, you have supplies. If you try to pay him back, he just goes, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm not used to traveling without skeletal assistance. So
Oh, you have bones? You animate bones? I can help. I can get you some bones.
used to be able to. I have been, forgive me for being vulgar, I have been pruned since arriving here. I have lost many of the capabilities I had. I was tricked by a ghostly thing.
This is fair.
Really should have taken some kind of illusion magic.
Oh, no, that's fair. There's lots of ghosty things out there. You got proper ghosts. You got proper ghosts, phantoms. You got apparitions. You got spells. You got illusions. You got animals pretending to be ghosts. Ghosts pretending to be animals. Ancient gods. Dead gods, living gods, everything in between. And Leroy's saying this as he's like walking through the gate. You know, it just kind of goes on and on and on and on. And we hit the road. And you go meandering down through the jungle towards the coast. If y'all would kindly put yourselves here at the top of the map.
Would you kindly?
Look, I
Do
played
it rudely.
BioShock and it affected how I was as a human being. Don't be
Oh,
surprised.
same. No, same.
I'm gonna put Leroy. He'll sat up right in there. I'm gonna bounce to another map real quick where we have the children. Because it's much more convenient to copy the children from another map.
Yep. Since they're already stacked.
So you guys go on for a couple hours. You're going through the road. The road is relatively easy, no problems. The children are massive. I apologize. They should not be this big.
I was about to say, what were they feeding them at that barn?
The smaller animals at the.
It's like they hit him. It's like your boys grew to be nice and big. And Leroy gets here. He's like, "All right, we're gonna take a little break here. Should be a pretty empty spot. Nothing too bad. Because you've been hiking for a couple of hours." And he points towards the river and points towards a couple of things. Like, so there's a couple of crocs over there. You should be fine. They're visible, so they aren't an active problem. And would one of the players kindly roll me a D8.
Can we roll to see who rolls?
I don't care who rolls. Just one of you, please. Oh, this is going to be fun for later on in the campaign. That sets up that joke.
Oh, jeez.
And Leroy's just going to meander his way down to the... No. Bad Leroy.
He's doing his best.
He gets a drink. He's like, there's a couple of shaded places over that way, he says, pointing in this direction. If you want to take like a spot to sit where you'd be off visible from the trail. Not that far.
I misclicked and dragged.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Just not that far yet. Ms. Eve.
Oh no.
You are... Here, let me put on some music.
I appreciate the quick step back towards the rest of the group.
Towards the barbarian, yeah.
Let's see, what's a good theme? I think this one. Or is this going to say rage? There's the rage. Okay.
Rage.
That's not the right... Not quite the right fact. Sorry, I should have better music picked. But we're gonna... You know what? I haven't used one of your guys' theme songs in a bit. Why the fuck not? This works. As you make your way down, Maziv, you are the closest to the area. You hear what sounds like a strange bird. It's almost like an owl. Hooting.
Do I see it?
Roll me a perception check.
Not as good as my investigation.
You don't really see it in the trees, but you can very distinctly hear the hooting, and across the way, on the side of the road closer to the party, there is more hooting.
So there's hooting on both sides of the path.
There is hooting on both sides of the path.
Leroy,
Yeah.
calling back. Do owls tend to lay ambushes?
No, they tend to be mostly small birds in the trees.
Seem to be quite a few owls up ahead.
Are you sure? Like, he likes, just be sure they're owls, as he says, and like, starts like washing off his face. Gotta pull up this one.
There are strange things here, and I am fragile.
Yes. The hooting seems to get a little closer through the trees. And those resting by the log can hear the hooting getting louder as well.
Sounds like a hoot and a half.
I forgot to take mage armor again. Whoops. Well, I don't see anything, but I hear things getting closer.
Yes.
Well, most people want me to magic missile carpet the area.
Hardly seems necessary.
No, that was me going, I don't know what to do now.
I mean, there are things that are approaching. There are options to take.
Okay, I warned the group. Okay, I'll just keep walking then.
Ah, excellent. Thank you, Ms. Eve.
Gonna check out this bug on a rock.
Check out this bug on a rock. You can't teleport, Ms. Eve. You're not that high of a wizard yet.
No, I don't even have. Well, I could do something really funny, but continue.
You could do something really funny. But as you get closer down the path, the hooting stops and the plants thrash, and out pops a little guy. He's just a fella. He's about the size of a human, for rough comparison. And the hooting noise seems to come from him, as he gives another hooting little bark and turns his head at you.
Oh, zoomed out, that thing looked like a very aggressive squirrel. And now that I've zoomed in, I see what it is now.
Or chameleon.
Yeah. Oh. Well, Ms. Eve goes invisible. I use my once a day invisibility.
You see the animal's head lifts up, visibly confused, and like almost takes a back step, and then turns to see both Laudeman and the wonderful barbarian Yarnock, and goes, "Oh, there's still food here." Let's see, what range is that? Okay. It raises its head up almost like a snake does. If anyone looking at it from where you're at, it seems to be... Oh, that's perfect distance. Perfect. I like to see that.
Oh, no.
Two little crests, squarish in shape, like almost form like if someone cut a stone circle by hand and it came out more squarish. Little spines are like running down its back, and its neck seems to rattle a little bit, and then flares up violently in a splash of color, and it starts with this deep guttural hiss. And from above you, resting on the rock, the other one drops its stealth and also proceeds to do the same. And I need everybody to roll me an initiative, please. Wait, before you roll initiative, okay, we're good. It's not... Counter's clear. Go ahead. And we're going to go to...
Oops.
Okay. Okay, how is it that it had nothing in there, and then all of a sudden, it's doubling people's initiatives?
I only see the rolls
Yeah.
we just did on it for.
Yeah, I
on
think
my
it's
end.
only doing that to you.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Hold on.
Ziv and Letty both got a 6. Fi's got a 4. Galma's got 15, and the Arnok's got 19.
Yeah, because it didn't have anything, and then I looked at it again, and I'm like, how did we get two different turn orders? I wish there was more than just to remove all. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna roll some initiative here for these two fellers. That's 2d100, sorry.
Nice roll, though.
Yes.
Yeah, their initiative is just D100s.
And we're just gonna make this one 3. We're just gonna keep it simple. Add turn. And then this one got a 12. I'm going to turn that music down a little bit. It is a little loud. Okie dokie. So let's resort that again. So Yarnock, you go first.
Okay. So they're definitely aggressive, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm gonna hit this one with my sword.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Yeesh.
And I'm gonna bonus action bite it. That one's gonna miss. Pretty sure.
Yeah, that misses. So you slash in with a sword, and it hits this creature, and it, like, scuttles back, almost like it's part dinosaur, part basilisk, and, like, hisses at you, its little neck frill extending out and, like, fluttering.
I'll hiss back at it. Fuck you.
Okay. Agoma, it is your turn.
All right. Seeing that Yarnock seems to have this one under control, I'm gonna zip ahead to this guy,
Okay.
and I'm gonna hit him. Solid punch. Nope, not a solid punch.
You swing out to where its head is, and with its almost serpentine nature, just seems to, like, whip its head out of the way, and, like, snaps its jaws at you briefly.
I'm gonna try and hit him again.
That one does hit.
14 does hit. Great. 5.
Okay. Gotcha. And that does this. You smack it in the face and it, like, blinks for a second. The one here closest to you, Yarnock, is going to lash out with a bite. Let me check to see what its attack is, because I'm pretty sure that won't hit you either way. Yeah, a 9 doesn't hit you, right?
No.
That's fair. And then it does a strange thing. It dashes over here using a movement it has on its turn to... No, it can take the dash action and as a bonus action. Okay, no, I'm misremembering. Since it tried to bite you, it stays. It is not happy with you.
Okay, good.
Okay, so I think that means the 2 6 boys are up next. So Laddie, Maziv, which one of you wishes to go?
I only have a 14 in Dex if you have higher.
I'll check. Your sheet. Mine is 16, so I'll go.
Yes.
I'm gonna cast Classic. Where is it? Pain.
Okay, so it has to be the DC 14 Charisma saving throw. I don't think these guys have a terribly high... They do not have a terribly high Charisma. But they make it still. Because with the -2 to the Charisma, that's a 15.
Is that for both of them? Because Bane can target up to 3 at level 1.
Yeah, I'm targeting both of them.
Oh! Well, fair enough. And we will make it that this one, closest to Yarnock, fails. Because that makes sense, because he's closer to you.
Okay.
So that means when target fails a saving throw, makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends. Target must roll 1d4. Okay, cool. Awesome. Nazeev, it is your turn. You are invisible.
Yep. So, going to... Does it seem like these are the only two?
As far as you can tell, these are the two that were communicating back and forth with each other.
Okay, gonna shuffle invisibly over. Kind of. And then I guess from a Galma's point of view, it'll look like the plants are coming to life as... with advantage, because invisible and flanking.
A 25 hits, yeah.
Not much damage, but I use my shillelagh, my racial shillelagh.
Yep. Alrighty.
But I'm gonna stay there to give the Galma advantage next time.
Fair enough. Alrighty.
Even though that's putting me at risk.
You're fine. No worries.
We're not as squishy anymore, right?
This is a medium encounter. I actually did the math. You're fine. Alright, Fi.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's all right. Don't worry about it.
Famous last words before a total party kill.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you'll all be fine. I'm a squishy wizard. I'm
Climb up.
literally what paper is made out of.
Climb on up to this rock I was sitting on and axe your face.
Axe in the face hits.
Axe your face.
Okay, that's a solid hit.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and burn a use of Priest of Zeal to axe your face again.
Ow.
8 does not hit.
I presumed not.
So you get a good slash on the flank of this creature, and it yells, and as you go for a second backhand, it dodges out of the way. But now it is the companion who is surrounded by invisible plants and a statue, and recognizing that you are rock and not edible, it looks to the smallest of your party over here. Hey, Laudeman, what's your AC?
My AC is 16.
Okay.
I don't know who ties favor in this game.
That's fair. Usually it's whoever has the... If it meets or goes higher than your AC, I believe it hits. Yep. So, you are standing there, you are focused on the one that is right behind you, and you hear this really loud rattling noise, and you turn around to see the one that Agalma and Invisible Plants are punching, has its frills fully hackled up, and it spits poison into your eye, towards you, and it hits you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. You have to beat a 13.
Dex saving throw, okay. No!
You do not make it. So you are going to take 9 poison damage. And you have the blinded condition as it hits squarely in the face.
Ah! Poor laddie got Newmaned.
You got Newman. Alrighty. Top of the round, Yarnock. Your small friend is blind.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna try to kill this thing.
8 does not hit.
Let's try bonus action biting.
8 does not hit. This
Why
guy's
is just being an asshole today.
This one
The
close.
last 4 rolls have been 8, 9, 8, 8.
Yeah.
That's rough, buddy.
I don't know what's going on, but you go to swing and bite at this guy, and he's just reading you as you go in, as if it's learned, as if it's adapted. The acrid smell of what almost seems to be like this creature seems to have an almost faintly chemical smell to you. And to anyone else who has a good enough sense of smell, you can smell that. Except you, Lottaman, you're kind of busy with something. But to you, Yarnock, you will recognize the scent vaguely as the scent that your Dark Lord would use when he's done a creation, when he's changed something or brought something to life.
Okay. So I'm going to swing around here and give Fi advantage unless this thing moves. So
that is fair. Agolma, it's your turn.
Sorry.
You're fine.
you right?
Yeah, sneeze just stuck up on me.
Seeing that it has spit poison at a friend, I'm actually going to pull out a weapon for once. And I'm going to stab at it with my spear.
Oh, that hits. Oh, that is... You jam your spear into the side of this creature, and it gives out a pained wail.
Phenomenal. 1 second.
Because, like, you get, like, into the ribs, like, perfectly in.
Great. And then I'm going to kick it as a bonus action.
Okay.
Does a 12?
A 12 does not hit.
Okay.
It is just thrashing around and just, you miss casually as it's just violently trying to, like, yank your spear out of it.
Okay.
So Mr. Surrounded over here recognizes he's being flanked. His frills and spines suddenly arc up. I'm gonna roll a d4.
He's the one that got the Bane, right?
Yes. I'm just trying to see who he's going to try to hit. Perfect. And you see his frills and things hackle up, and its head switches around to a Galma. Bada bing, bada boom. Does a... Oh, right, this is just a saving throw kind of a thing. I keep on rolling for it. Could you make me a dexterity saving throw as it spits in your face?
Dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
22.
So how we're gonna do it? The venom hits your face, and you just wipe it off because you are a statue. These don't work like human eyes or meat eyes.
No.
Meat eyes. Don't like that.
Jelly eyes.
Jelly eyes. That's worse, actually. That's just worse. Okay, top of the route. Next up, I think it's Lottaman.
Yep.
All right. Well, what can Latimer do while blind?
So, this is out of character. You can use an action and a splash of water or a clean piece of cloth to wash the venom off its own or another creature's face. So if you'd like, you could try to clear your eyes to see again. Or if you want to fire wildly into the dark, you are welcome to.
Although, if you have a Sacred Flame or another spell that requires them to make a save, that won't be affected by the poison. Because it's relying on them making the save and not you making an attack.
Yeah, I'm going to spend the turn to try to wipe off the poison.
Okay.
Bane's the only real offensive... Well, not offensive, but... Bane's the primary spell Latimer has for battle.
Fair enough. You take an action. You grab for a handkerchief you have, and you clear it out of your eyes, and it takes up your turn, but you're able to blink through and see just fine. Admittedly, if it had ambushed you like it successfully wanted to, you would be dead. But it didn't, because you have friends. Maziv,
So, which of the two is looking the most hurt? 'Cause
Oh, the
we've
one right
gotten some good hits.
the one right in front of you is looking like it's about to fall over and die.
Also, now that's my turn. What are Leroy and the Leroy just sitting there chilling, just watching?
Leroy had his face in the water cleaning off, so he pretty much raised his head up, turned to see it, and it looks like he's going to charge in soon.
Let's see. Well, these things are definitely further than 40 feet or 20 feet from each other. Yeah.
Let's see. They are 30 feet.
Yeah, so I want to be able to get both with the spell. But, yeah, I'm going to be conservative and just try to bonk it again. 19.
A 19
flanking
hits.
with a Galma. And
Yes.
could I try non-lethal?
Yeah,
this thing out.
you just, like, it's thrashing around because there's a spear in its torso, and you just go bonk and it out.
Oh, could I flavor it as actually like a root goes out and like kind of chokes it out a bit to like sleeper hold it?
You sleeper hold it to unconsciousness.
Okay, and then
Oh, that's not disease, that's a lightning bolt.
yeah, I'm comfortable here. Actually, I'll just maybe move up a little bit. Okay.
Okie dokie,
That's my
Archer.
turn.
Fi, you have flanking. Hit the boy.
I'ma hit the boy.
Because it tried to hit your cleric while you weren't looking. I mean, your monk. That hits. That is a solid slash into it.
Is it still up?
It is still up.
Motherfucker. I'ma do a Priest of Zeal again.
Okay. A 21 hits. Because you have the flank. Yeah, how do you want to do this?
How did that do 13?
Max damage and your strength modifier.
That's how, yeah, alright. Oh, I didn't realize how low I've been rolling. Damn. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking decapitate the thing.
Woo!
Perfect. It is Esta Muerte. Here we will. Congratulations, you have beaten the medium encounter. Huzzah.
Might need to get that sound file from TT for the soundboard.
That would be fun. I might do that. I haven't really messed with the soundboards on Discord. I'm on Roll20 looking at, like, what song should I put in? Here, we'll do this one.
That works.
That works.
That was sorry.
And Leroy comes charging again. It's like, of course, the first 2 seconds I put my face in the water to actually get some cleaning done. Everybody okay? Anyone get spit on?
Yes.
Here, let me take a look at you. Come here. And he says this, and he grabs you by the head, Latimer, and lifts you up like a foot. It's like, looking like, okay, I don't think there's any permanent damage. It's probably going to sting for a little bit. Here, we're going to go get you cleaned up, bud.
Okay.
While Latimer's being carried off, Ms. Eve will point to the unconscious one and goes, "Not owls."
Correct.
You know what? That's fair. I didn't think that these fuckers would be here. That's my bad.
Dragging the one that knocked unconscious over. What are they?
Okay, so here, bud, just splash some water in the eyes. Here, hold on, actually. You watch Leroy put his hand down onto the water, and the surface ripples, and it seems to clear up. There you go. That should be clean enough for you to wash your eyes out, no problems.
Oh, so Leroy has shape water.
Leroy has abilities.
Perhaps you can demonstrate ice to Yarnock. That was
Does
an
this
interesting
also
conversation.
recover HP at all?
Nah.
Okay.
This is just, hey, he purified the water, the fuck?
Well, Vladimir can do that too.
Well, yeah.
Decidedly in a, like, not almost non-traditional magic way.
Different than how you do it. Because, like, he just put his hand down on the water and then, like, flexed almost, and the water did a thing. He's like, these pieces of work are a pain in my ass. So, I've met them a couple of different times across the way. So put it in a point of perspective. So a long, long time ago, like, time is relative speaking, but like a long time ago for anybody here in this current part of the jungle, there was a skilled necromancer who had a really dumb dream, because it's really easy to travel the plains and go get dinosaurs. But dinosaurs were extinct where he was. So he went and found in frozen parts of Amber a whole bunch of mosquitoes, right?
And he literally lifts up their own spellcasting focus, which is the John Hammond cane.
Like that one, yeah! Like that one, yeah. And he resurrected a bunch of them. And he tried to recreate a dinosaur known as Dilophosaurus. They have, like, see, like I have my crest? These guys have these little square ones. They have two big round ones, right? And he's gesturing with his hands as he's talking, because I'm doing that, and you can't see me do that. And he tried to recreate them, and he made these little tiny things that spit and had, like these. And for whatever reason, his image got transported through the multiverse. So you get these fuckers who are like cloned from half basilisk, half dinosaur DNA, and they spit venom, and they're a pain in the ass.
So I've learned firsthand.
Luckily, these are bad knockoffs, so it's not going to actively eat your eyes out if you can clean your eyes fast enough, so you're good.
Nazeev is still staring at the unconscious one, just contemplatively.
And like,
And then,
so it's another fun fact. So like, because these guys exist, actual Dilophosauruses hate spitting so much. If you ever see a Dilophosaurus, never spit, or it will kill you on sight.
oh, it's a faux pas.
A faux pas so grand that the universe gave them a chance to get revenge.
Are you all right, friend?
I'll be okay. I'll admit it still kind of hurts some. I think I can still make it to the boatman fine.
Pat, 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 pat.
How much?
Do you require healing?
What was that?
Do you require healing?
Yeah, it probably would be very much appreciated.
Alright, stand still. He's just gonna, like, pat you on the head.
Yeah, Latimer lost almost half of his HP.
Yeah, 9 damage would have been enough to knock me out completely last session, because 9 was my HP.
Yes, the actual damage, if I wanted to have rolled it, would have been 2d8, and I'm like, I'm not throwing 16 HP at a level 2 party. I know what would happen if I tempted the gods. So to point out, and Leroy will explain this, so these guys, the ones that spit, we have a different name since they were modeled off of Dilophosaurus, but they're not Dilophosaurus. They're called Dilophovenator. Or they're Spitty Boys. And if you run into Spitty Boys, just make sure you got some eye protection next time. They're not normally occurring in this part of the jungle, so which when you were talking about owls, I was just like, hey, it's whatever.
See, here I thought they were going to be called Dilophosaur-ish.
Look,
That's a good one.
I'm just saying it might accidentally invoke an actual Dilophosaurus if you try to do that, and we are not playing those games today.
So,
Wait, they're not usually around this area. Should we be concerned about that? Is that a bad sign?
Do they travel in herds?
These ones don't. No, they'll sometimes travel in packs, but usually they'll do like 2 to 5. Since there's only the 2 of them, it's probably just an offshoot. We did have, before you guys got here, a pretty big storm, and that'll switch things up a little bit.
I believe we arrived with the storm. The state of the beach was any indication.
Well, that wouldn't surprise me. The storms always tend to do that. They bring people in and out.
Ms. Eve resists the I guess I was a piece of driftwood joke, making that out loud. But
Okay.
points first at the unconscious one and then at the decapitated one, if Yarnock hasn't eaten it. Are they cannibalistic?
As far as I know, probably. No one has succeeded in taming them. Out of character, mechanically speaking, Dilophovenators are monstrosities. Beast taming rules will not apply.
Okay.
I was trying to hint with their frills and the way they're moving like snakes and lizards combined.
I wasn't sure if, because I mean, there's some weird beasts out there, so I wasn't sure if this would be too mutated yet. Okay.
This one is specifically a monstrosity.
Then
You get too many of these guys that are... it wouldn't be a bad idea. Or you could let it off. Usually a lone one's nothing too bad, and there's usually bigger game to fry than that.
That's unconscious.
Yeah, it died. It did.
That's why just Maziv sticks a root inside and takes a big sippy.
Takes a big sippy.
Can't do the Grim Harvest using cantrips, but same thing. Narrative.
Yes. Yarnock, you are recovering after your battle with it, and you hear a noise, and it is your children. The dodo seems to be a bit fluffed up and frightened, but your armored baby boy, the Skittlesaurus, Skittlesaurus is this one, comes triumphant with what looks like the hand of one of these.
Okay.
But all of the hands for these two are presented.
Hmm.
There is a slightly alarming amount of blood on the tail of this guy.
He killed one all by himself.
I'm gonna pat both of them. Just pat.
Okay.
Tell them that they did a good job.
Good. They truff. In particular, the Skittlesaurus seems to be very happy at the praise that he did a good job. He kept his brother safe.
He murdered a dude.
Look, I mean this as nice as I can. You guys are like, oh, I don't know if we should shake the children, and I'm like, excuse me, one of your children is a CR as an armor class of 18. Why are you afraid?
That's fair. It was more for the dodo than anything.
So the token's medium size. Is that like how big it is?
Yes,
Okay.
they are
So
medium
probably
sized.
the only one who could take a ride with the dodo is Latimer.
Well, okay. So the Skittlesaurus is medium sized. Latimer could ride the Skittlesaurus. The dodo,
That's what I meant.
the dodo is tiny.
That's what I meant. Like the dodo would be able to share the back of the Skittlesaurus with Latimer.
Yes.
Don't want to kick the dodo off its perch.
Oh, the dodo would be fine. Yeah.
Lotaman rides the Skittlesaurus, the dodo rides Lotaman.
Adaman doesn't need to ride the Skittalosaurus right now.
Yes. So that went a lot faster than I expected it to, mostly because I've been giving you guys some grueling situations. Would you like...
anything, or is it just map flavor?
That is just map flavor, but you can go take a look if you want.
Well, no, I was asking because I did notice the ammonite on the one map. It's like, oh, that actually ended up being a thing.
No, I was like, I have a bug stamp. I'm going to put a bug in the jungle. That makes sense. It's like the turtle. Or the alligators.
And the various birds.
And the various birds. Including the birds you can't see. So my question to you is, I have one little boss dungeon before you get to the boatman. And it is particularly a bit beefy of a battle, allegedly. But that would be a very quick session for us. Would you like a second encounter here? Does not have to be violent.
I can roll for another encounter.
Mm-hmm.
Be fine with me.
Cool. Roll a d8, and if you get a 4, reroll.
Yeah, I already rolled, so.
Immediately got a 4.
Immediately got a 4. That's fine. Hey, Maziv, you should go check out that bug.
Ha!
Sure, put me by the water, okay.
No, you're fine. You see a flash of color, you inspect, and you find a little scarab. It was golden in color. It kind of squirms in your hand. It's just a pretty bug. You collect it.
Yeah, I'm sure I have, like, jars and stuff.
Cool, you put it in a little jar, and you look up...
Yeah, I have a component so that it would have, like, jars and stuff.
Yep, you put it in a little jar, and it scritches around, and you tighten the lid, and you look up. And you see a familiar friend.
Eye stalks narrow.
Here, hold on. I have an official description. I just gotta go open it up real quick. It is very ghostly. It is a medium-sized critter. And it is looking at you. Sitting down on the bank, on his haunches, like a good boy. Where the fuck did my PDF go? I had it just here. We'll use this one.
The dead dog.
It is a ghost.
A ghost. Shit, okay.
Ghost?
It looks like it's a ghost. It's phantasmal and enchanting.
I believe when we did the first thing, Maziv didn't detect undead presence from it when they first encountered it.
You
back
did.
on their homeworld.
You didn't. You are correct. But it looks like a ghost.
Kinda.
For those that are on the riverbank, if you look down towards Maziv, you too can see the weird little ghost dog sitting on the bank.
Who is that other dog?
I'll use detect magic.
You use detect magic. No magical pings pop off. Because I don't think magic pings go off of just something existing.
Is that an undead creature? I can drive it away.
No, I encountered this. Oh, if you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic.
Okay.
So if it has like a magical effect, it might. But it's up to you guys.
It does have a magical effect around it. And he's just looking at you.
don't believe it is undead. Last time I encountered it on my homeworld, it was registered as not.
Is this canid menacing you, or
Uh,
All over.
it yawns, and as it does, that is very clearly not canine intention. I don't know if anyone's ever seen the jaws of a thylacine,
I have.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
but they are funky looking because they're marsupials. It gives a big yawn, and as you get closer, Miziv, what the fuck?
Sorry, that was.
You're fine. I just got jump scared. You're good.
I just
Kind of
scared
works for the
myself.
ghostly thylacine.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, Miziv.
Oh,
Please. Or you can choose to fail it. That's up to you.
I clicked it, but roll 20. Oh, jeez. Well, I rolled a 1,
Oh,
Yeah, you
so
don't.
it doesn't matter if I choose or not.
So the closer you get to it,
Wow. 5, 6, 7.
actually, let's see how close. Oh, I could, in theory, make everybody to it.
oh. Yeah.
I could.
Oh god.
You know what? Let's do that. Why not? Everybody else roll me a wisdom saving throw. Miziv, it'll just make perfect in-character sense for you, ironically enough.
Get brain blasted, everybody.
A laddie passes it, a Galma passes it, Fido fails,
Poor Fi.
and Yarnock really doesn't, along with Miziv, as you all see.
What about the kids and Leroy?
Let's see. Leroy, what do you roll? Leroy doesn't make it. The kids don't make it.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
So,
That's
La-
psychic nuke.
so Laddie and Agalma, you guys are just like, that's a weird fucking dog. To everyone else, you are charmed for 1 minute. You are incapacitated and have a speed of 0.
Know what I'm charmed at? Can't see it.
You're just like, I can't walk because there's a glowing light from the trees. So you're all, everyone who failed is stuck in spot as it kind of like looks. And as you have approached and then you find yourself freezing Miziv, it comes up to you and sniffs one of your palm fronds. And then proceeds to just walk through the water like it's normal, and then it hits the rock, and instead of, climbing onto the rock or doing that, it walks through the rock, out the other side, and vanishes into the tree line. And once it is gone and a minute has passed, y'all can move again.
Ah.
You all okay?
I'll have wandered down here towards Miziv. Just to like,
Mm,
you good, buddy?
I don't like that thing.
That was
It was
deeply
interesting.
unpleasant.
But, yes. That was the creature I followed into a cavern that ended up leading me to wake up here.
You followed that?
Yes, and with my more fleshed out skills, fleshed out skills, I was able to deduce that it was not undead like it appears and gestures at their boulder. Seems to act like. That was curious.
Weird.
It does have a strange, mesmerizing angle to it when you got stuck. Like, you were just like, this is such a beautiful and fascinating creature.
That might have been what drew them in the first place.
Totally not part of its ability set. What are you talking about?
No, I know. Well, that was unpleasant. Hopefully that does not happen in a more intense situation.
Yeah,
Seems to be
freezing in
very...
combat.
Or if there was something hungry nearby. Something big.
There are a lot of things here that like to eat plants.
And flesh. You seem to be doing quite well here, actually. You don't mind me saying.
Yeah, not many things eat stone.
Not many things eat stone here.
Yeah, Maziv was going to say, it's like, with how strange this place is, we may not wish to tempt that. Maziv starts shuffling back with the goal.
Well, that was weird.
Yes, Leroy, do you know what that is?
No fucking clue, bud.
Comforting.
Never seen it before a day in my life.
Is that unusual for you to not know something around here?
No, I mean, there's lots of stuff. You know, you never know what gets picked up, dropped off, or has been kicking around, and I'm not here all the time, so... Can't know everything.
Yes, that makes sense.
Well, alrighty. Come on, we got a little more to go. There should be a bridge coming up. And then once we get across the bridge, we should be good. And then we'll be, like, within, like, less than an hour away from the boatman.
That's wonderful to hear.
And we're doing lucky, too, because I can still smell the faint traces of an ankylosaurus, and if we'd seen one of those boys, woof, we would have been in an interesting world. They're like your little guy here, but bigger, crankier, and able to shatter bone like you break wood with an axe.
Ooh.
Probably could break you, he says. Probably could break you, no problem, he says, pointing to you, Agama. You don't look like you're that much of a tough stone. You look like a marble. Okay.
We pick up Latimer and bring him with.
Latimer can walk now. He got healed by a... Or was it a Galma?
It was fine.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, they're just talking about how you're on the top of the map and the party's moved to the bottom.
Oh yeah, I was just making a token.
Be careful, you never know what's hiding in the bushes here.
I forget positioning matters in D&D.
It can.
Theoretically.
For the most part, it's not. We're just ending this map. You guys continue your hike across the way. There we go. So you guys are going to be here at the bottom. You're going to have to share a tight space so you can stand on the rocks if you need to. Totally fine. No problems. Right? What's the worst that can happen?
Dinosuchus.
Rickety bridges.
You're right,
my
Dinosuchus.
favorite.
You're right, Dinosuchus could happen. I have that stat block. And Leroy's... You're right. It's one of my worst ones that could. And Leroy goes, alright, here's the bridge, and fuck, that's not good. You see
Typically, there isn't a fallen tree.
Typically, yeah, the bridge is in one piece across this pit, and not just like that. Probably fine, though, right?
You did say there was a storm.
Yeah, there was a storm. And trees fall in this place all the time. You know, you have giant animals walking around knocking things down.
Actually, now that they mention it, does the tree look like fresh or like something that was dead and toppled over in the storm or something?
It looks like it's
still
been...
living and got pushed over.
It looks like it was a dead tree that's been there for a bit. And you'd have to get closer on the bridge to do that. It's like, well... Yeah, I can go first if people want. Or if one of you's feeling froggy.
None of us are amphibians.
But do you need to breathe?
No.
No.
Yes.
Oh, then I suppose the two of us can lead.
Okay. Go ahead.
I just realized Miziv being a plant doesn't breathe oxygen.
Yes, but you need to breathe still.
Yeah, it's just... Maybe that makes sense, though. In a sci-fi thing, you want to mix plant crew members with animal crew members, so you go cycle air.
Okie dokie, artichokes. Go ahead.
Sorry.
I shall lead the way.
Probably
No.
smart. I don't know how much weight this bridge broken thing can take.
So it looks like the middle support snapped. I only had rope bridges, but you can see beneath it that there's wooden supports, and it's just that one part has collapsed onto the middle rock conveniently. So it should be fine for the most part.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll just head on across.
Fantastic.
How deep does this water look?
You can see about 6 inches into it, and then it's just green.
Gross. Okay.
Think I'll get to the midpoint where the bridge falls onto the rock and then wait for everyone else to cross.
Okay. You get onto the rock. Can you give me a dexterity saving throw real quick? It is a wet rock.
Okay.
You fall on your ass.
I mean, I only have one good leg, so this makes sense.
And you're going to slip over here, por favor.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm just slowly following.
You reach...
Goblin comes over and sees Fi just like ass over tea kettle across this tree.
Yes, the rocks here are very slick. Agamemnon, please make me a DC 10 dexterity saving throw. You barely keep your footing as you go over to get your friend up from the rocks. They are wet and moss and cover. The water beneath you stinks, as most swamps tend to. In particular, you can see there is no outlet, and while water does come off of a small waterfall here to the left, it's not quite enough to make it fresh, you know what I mean? Just enough to make it properly stink. Just give me 1 second. I need to look something up, because...
Friends, proceed with caution. The footing is treacherous. Ow.
Thank you for the warning.
Question. Here's a dumb use of a cantrip. Could I use Druidcraft to try and, like, make some more cushiony moss instead of slippery moss? Like, it'll be very slow, but it's like...
Sure.
Maybe help clear a small path for people so we're not all Three Stooging off of this.
Yeah.
Miziv has probably had to deal with a lot of gross, stagnant water areas back home.
So I know nobody ever fucking uses jumping, but can I jump that far?
Yeah.
My movement is 30, so I'd be able to clear that.
Yeah. You can jump. And you can do the Druidcraft to help with the sponginess if you want as well.
Yeah, just very slowly, it's just like turning the algae on the rocks into, moss.
So now anybody who wishes to do it can just walk without having to do the check. Fi, as you're getting up from being ass bent over on the rocks, I guess, from slipping, as you're like raising yourself up, you see movement in the water. What's your AC?
18. Oh,
Oh, that's fun.
Bonus.
yeah.
Plus 6 to hit, so that's gonna hit.
Oh boy.
Oh,
As from the murky waters below, you realize what has been living in a pit that it can perfectly camouflaged, and why, despite this bridge being an important traveling route, hasn't quite been repaired yet. As a gigantic snake head lashes out, biting down onto your shoulder. Surprise, you have a big snake.
Oh, it's so cute.
So specifically, I was looking for no, that's too nice. I need something combat-y.
Look at the little guy.
Perfect.
He's just going. Wah.
So this is a picture of the northern green anaconda, a wonderfully large snake of our modern times. This is using as a stand-in as... Here, I'm going to turn that down a little bit. I'm using this as a stand-in picture for the prehistoric snake Paleophis, the second largest or third largest snake known to man, which was a prehistoric snake from our prehistory. I think it's the Mesozoic, but I'm going to go double check. It might be earlier. No, not Paleophis. It's the other one. Which one is it?
Not Titanoboa, right?
Not Titanoboa. No, I have a stat block for that.
Yeah, because
Gigantophis.
That would be a kind of high stat block, I would think.
So this is Gigantophis. He was recorded from 40 million years ago during the Eocene epoch of the Paleogene period, within the northern Sahara, where Egypt and Algeria are currently located. So that bite is going to be 11 piercing damage.
Ooh. Up, got bite.
It's got a pop-off good bite as it just kind of sinks its teeth into your shoulder, but not quite enough to get into the move it needs to do. Everybody, I need you to roll me an initiative. Yeah, that's about right.
Wait, did it go twice?
We'll take the first because it gave you an 8, and you don't need an 8. You can get a 21, Latimer.
Okay.
And then I need to... I'm still in the GM layer, that's why I can't select it and add it to turn. So that is...
It's always fun hiding monsters on the GM later and just watching the tokens creep closer to them.
And there is another one on this map, just as a heads up.
Oh, good.
Not a snake, there's another creature. Don't worry about it. That's why I rolled the 2. I rolled the 2, you're fine. Latimer, it's your turn. There is a snake. And you're... As the specific cleric of Apollo, you have heard the tales of Python, the legendary serpent that Apollo himself slew. And this might... You're not sure it's the Python? But boy, that's in your head right now.
Yeah, definitely when it popped up, I was like, that's what Latimer would think it is. It can't be! It attacked Fi, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, who is not looking great.
Yeah, so I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna touch for that. So I'm gonna cast on Fi. Well, I'm gonna move here. I think should be fine. I can do that, and I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on Fi.
Okay.
Nice.
And that's my turn.
Excellent. Maziv, you have heard tales of gigantic snakes, and we haven't really talked about what lived on your dead world because things were alive, just not doing a whole lot.
Yeah,
Great.
it was a death world, like not where everything's dead, but you go there and you die.
Yes. It is a world that was enveloped by death, and you have seen footage of giant serpents before. Like, nothing like this here in depth, of course, but you know they exist.
Yeah, I'm going to. Sorry, I was looking at something real quick. Yeah, from up here, I'm going to use my. Sorry, I'm trying to see if. Yeah, I'm just going to use Ray of Sickness.
Ray of Sickness. Must make
It's 8 poison.
What's your spell DC?
Question 14.
Okay. It makes it.
I figured the poison might be a bad idea considering it's in a poison swamp, so there goes one of my last 2 spell slots.
Well, no, the damage still goes through, it just doesn't get the poison
Yeah,
condition.
no, I just wasn't sure if it also had resistance. But yeah,
no.
here,
it doesn't.
I'm gonna cling to this piece of broken tree and kind of keep my distance.
Cool. Probably a really smart plan.
There we go. Here it's a little more stable looking. Yeah.
Take away my fun. Alrighty. The giant snake, seeing that it hasn't been able to successfully grapple Fi, it's going to go for the statue. Because that one is also close. Bada bing, bada boom. Does a 23 hit you, Agalma?
Yes.
The same
Okay.
roll I made against Fi.
Okay, hold on a second. I gotta do it. Why can't I select? Oh, I'm still in the GM layer. So I moved the snake a little closer so it has the reach it can hit you as it's slithered up. So it has bitten you. And I need you. You are grappled.
Okay.
The escape DC is 16, so on your turn you have to try to roll to escape.
Okay.
As it literally bites down and wraps itself around you. Like coiling. And as we've done with the other 2, it slinks itself into the water.
Oh. Well, I guess it's a good thing the one who can't breathe went.
Okay.
Does Fi get an attack of opportunity?
Yes, Fi can.
Should, yeah.
You should get an attack of opportunity, Fi. Does it?
Roll 20. Why?
I'm just so fucking hurt, man. It took out over half my HP in one bite.
And it took out half your HP in one bite, and then had the audacity not to drown you in the waters with the one who won't drown.
I mean, I also wouldn't drown. I don't need to breathe. It doesn't know that, but...
It doesn't know that, but...
Question, though. Being a statue, does Agalma have body heat? Would the snake have gone after her?
So Agoma does have body heat. Not a whole lot. Like, her skin would be cool to anybody who touches it, comparatively speaking. But I would say, like, you're still living, so you have, like, some. Probably an internal temperature of around 70 degrees. But the snake also just has regular eyeballs.
Yeah.
And
And
since
it
it,
does move like a person, so
it was the prey response of, oh, there's something moving, yoink! And that causes the other fella to do something, but you can't see him, so you're not worried about what he does.
oh,
Don't worry about it. Fi, it's your turn. Your friend got kidnapped by a giant snake and dragged underwater.
Yeah, I presume I can't. You said the water is murky as hell, so I presume we can't actually see anyone.
Oh, you can't see exact, but because this is like a 30-foot long snake, you can see where the water is thrashing and churning.
Okay, okay. I can work with that. I'm a cleric, I have spells.
I also default that you can. Most people can swim. It's kind of an inherent thing. You just don't swim good. Water would be rough terrain if you don't have a swim
have a
speed.
doggy paddle.
Yeah, you know what? I just picked this up. Let's go ahead and use it. Guiding bolt.
Yeah, that hits.
Fuck yeah.
Jesus fuck.
Ooh.
Damn, dude.
Thank you.
You were 4 away from max. Fuck. Okay.
Is that the snake?
Talk about some holy retribution.
Talk about holy retribution to the snake. Jesus.
Yo, this dog's fucking pissed.
Yeah, that hits the snake and it thrashes around in pain. Yarnock.
The old dog's new trick.
It didn't eat your pets, but it ate your friend.
I'm pretty sure I technically have a swim speed because I am technically a lizard folk.
You do, yes.
Well, I could jump in here. I just need to see how far.
Also, it's glowing, so you can see where
Yeah.
it's at.
Yeah, it is now faintly glowing, so the next attack against it's going to get advantage.
Well, I can get
Because
to
you
it.
have a swim speed,
Hey.
so you can attack in water normally.
Yarnock, as you go into here, you notice there is a, I really appreciate the level of irony of you, Scatha. You swim through a thing of fish.
Oh no,
You
Clippers.
swarm you son of a-
Let's see if they hit. They might not hit. Holy shit, they hit.
Oh my god.
Did you swim through?
But you can get back up. I just wanted to make sure that you were aware that, you're taking a little damage as a swarm of quippers, or as, we know them in our world, piranhas, decide they want to take a chunk out of you. So that is going to be, ooh, with that much HP, that is going to be 14 damage.
Holy cow.
Jeez.
It's fine. It's fine.
Is it?
Yeah, they're glass cannons. Oh, I know I'm booming a bit. I'm leaning into the microphone. But thank you for letting me know. Okay, so what you gonna do, Scaff?
Right, I'm going to ignore those fish because this snake has one of my friends. So
Because you've got bigger fish to fry?
yeah, pretty much.
Ooh.
I wasn't going to say it.
A very faint boo.
That hits.
Okay.
You get in a really good swing on this snake. Um,
Try to bite it. Nope.
the bite does not hit. It's just moving too strange for you to get that like last second thing. You're not used to being in this much water, period.
That's fair. He didn't even know he could swim.
He didn't. He just jumped in. Alright, Agoma, last but not least, you are restrained. So you're gonna wanna
How do I break it?
DC 16. It doesn't say which stat. So just a DC 16 strength or dexterity throw, whichever is better for you.
That's usually what it is to escape like a grapple or restraint thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Either you can break the bonds or wiggle your way out.
You wiggle your way out of these coils that were crushing in on you. Like you could feel it cracking almost the outer layers of your skin. And you are free.
Oh, phenomenal. You know what? Give me a second. New abilities here. I'm going to spend a key point.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Never mind. That's a lie. That's the end of my turn.
You can, since you successfully broke it, you could still move to get out of the water.
I guess I'll clamber back up here then.
Okay. Poor Yarnock. Stuck in the water between a rock and a hard place. Laudeman, it's your turn.
Alright. I am gonna go up to 5.
Hello.
I'm gonna do... Why isn't it going through? Oh, there we go. That's why it needs to know what level I'm casting at. And that, I think... I think you should get an additional because of something else I have.
The cleric type, right?
Mm-hmm.
Disciple of Life. So you gain an additional 3 HP to that, I think. Right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that should be 9 total, yeah? Awesome. Thank you.
Got you covered.
Gotcha. So on the surface, So on the surface, Maziv, it is your turn. From where while you are standing, you can see the water turning red from Yarnock's blood, and the giant snake on one side, and what looks like a swarm of fish on another. And Yarnock is in the middle.
Gonna go over here then. Can't really tell since it's partially submerged. How bad's the snake looking? Is that not?
That's not the most easiest to see from where you're at. There is blood in the water.
Yeah. Seeing that, I'm going to. Oh, I need to look up this. Did I put this in yet? Nope. Well, Yarnock's gonna get a lesson because I cast Ice Knife at the Clipper Swarm. As I pull up Moisture, create a shard of ice and fling it. Make a ranged spell attack. I haven't added this to my thing yet. So... 25 hit.
Which one? The snake or the fish?
The fish. I'm aiming at the swarm.
You are aiming at the swarm. That hits.
Okay, they take 1d10 piercing damage. Hit or miss the shard, then explodes. The target and each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage. So, dexterity saving throw for it, 14.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, they don't make that. That's an 8.
18 damage.
Sheesh. Okay.
And that's my last spell slot.
And was that all ice, or was some of that different?
Oh, 7 piercing, 11 ice.
Okay. So that does change things.
Yeah, because they have resistance to piercing and stuff.
Yep.
I'm guessing if they're a swarm, that's just the typical swarm stats.
But that still gets them in the best spot you can put a swarm in one hit. Okay. The giant snake's turn.
It's just like, look, Yardak, ice. This is ice. Shoot. Just shoot an exploding icicle into them.
He's underwater, he can't hear you.
The giant snake is going to go for the easiest target, which is the bleeding thing underwater with it. Does a 10 hit Yarnak?
No.
It misses, probably due to the grievous wounds it has, and starts moving away, which would leave it open for an attack of opportunity.
Okay, yeah.
I just realized Yarnak's never raged.
He raged once.
That hits.
Kill.
That's some good damage. Good job, Yarnak. It is looking very not good. Fi, it is your turn.
Yes, it is.
The snake, as far as you can see, has vanished. There is a swarm of fish that seem to be rapidly increasing in aggressiveness near Yarnak, who is still in the water.
Okay, cool. Cool. And the fish have taken damage.
Yes.
Then I will cast Toll the Dead on the fish with my action. They're missing hit points, so it's going to be the second number, 8 damage, necrotic. What was that?
The wisdom saving throw?
Ah, yes. Unfortunate.
So, they take that damage, okay. Anything else? You have a movement, action, etc.
No, yeah. So let's see, they shouldn't have taken damage then. And then I'm going to Healing Word Yarnak as my bonus action.
Cool. You hear the muffled noises of Fido from above, and you feel your wounds close up a little bit. And it is your turn, Yarnak.
I'll move over here too.
Yeah, this motherfucker's not running.
Okay. That is a choice. Of 14 hits. And you cleave your greatsword into it, and it goes in a good chunk, and you see it thrash even more, but it is still somehow standing.
Damn it.
That hits.
That does? Okay.
How do you want to do this, Scatha?
The rest of you on the shore just kind of see a horrible froth of red in the water, and he's gonna climb up onto the little bit of a shore and go. Bleh. The snake just floats to the surface with no head.
Nice.
It
You eat
is.
the entire head? As Eve just mutters.
It is how we call it dead.
Hello.
Well, now it's just shooting fish in a pond.
Agalma, it's your turn.
I will, I guess, yeah, just wander up, staying on the rock. Can I, like, stab down with my spear?
Sure! I'll let that happen.
Gonna hit fish later.
A 12 does not hit.
Okay.
That is admittedly kind of hard to do that at just a first glance with a...
That's it. That's all I got.
That's fair. Now it's the piranha's turn. And they swim over here, and they start feeding violently on the corpse of the snake, who seems to now twitch as each bite and impact it moves from the various fishies. And we're back to the top of the round. Combat's mostly done, but we have Yarnock, who is over there with a swarm of hungry piranhas in between him and the rest of the crew.
We could just keep taking pot shots with, like, cantrips.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's see. Our only dilemma is Yarnock is just
I'm
over
over
there.
there. Yep.
How's Yarnock looking?
He's got 30 hit points and he's at 21 right now, so
Okay. Oh yeah, the Clipper's only got one attacking on you.
yeah.
I'm
I'll be
just gonna
fine.
shoot into the fish. Roll, right?
That's weird.
Yeah, it just said 8 piercing. What are you...
Click the damage type. Oh,
There you go. Yeah, and 18 hits.
Okay.
So then you click the light crossbow in the roll in the column over here, and it pops out your damage. Boom. Okay. You get a good arrow into the swarm of fish, and you see it float up to the surface, and you've got like 4 on, like a weird shish kebab. Maziv, it's your turn.
Sorry.
Be like, oh no, that'd be good for grilling later.
Let's see, what's the swarm's intel? Oh, buddy, that's just mean.
I know, that's why it's so mean to do this against beasts, because it's just being like, okay, pop your brain. Oh, what's their negative?
-5.
Still works.
Still works. You see Maziv shoot a mine sliver into the water, and the snake's carcass stops moving, and fish bodies start to float up to the surface.
And they all did. The swarm did. Hey, Yarnock, scoop those up.
Okay. He'll swim back and grab the fish. Climb up on the rock.
Some of them are like, so there's a skewer of them from a crossbow bolt. There's a couple that have like icicles stabbed through them.
Yep.
Is everyone okay now?
I am unharmed.
A bunch of bleeding fish bites all over his body, but he's like, yeah.
Leroy comes in with the pets. He's like, oh, fuck. I really should, like... Your dodo's a distraction. I'm sorry. I watched it pluck an entire 4-foot-long dragonfly out of the air. It frightens me.
Megan, you're and Medivh will gesture to all the dead fish that the piranhas that Yarnock fished up and goes, "We have dinner."
Oh, perfect. Well, we're almost there anyway, so and usually the boatman's got, you know,
Bless you.
got some food, so that's usually a pretty good deal. Follow me. We'll get there, no problem.
We said that earlier.
Yeah, and to be fair, this is a bigger problem than I was anticipating, but it's just a simple road path to the beach, and there aren't any other large theropods or giant snakes or anything like that in the woods. Maybe some ants, but you know, hey.
Always sounds agreeable to Yarnock.
Yeah. Like, ooh.
Oh yeah. While we're walking, Medivh will point to if any of the fish are still icicle speared and be like, "This is ice. It is It is water that has become hard."
He kind of flips the ice-covered fish in his hands, like... He looks at you in the most judgmental way. Like, I don't like this.
They didn't either, which is why I used it to kill them.
And you arrive, after a long trek, at the boatman's house. Oh, Dodo, you're supposed to go with them. And Leroy comes in with the pets following behind. And he's like, "Hey, boatman? Boatman? Are you home, boatman?" And you hear a gruff, "Yes. What do you want?" "I got some boat guys for you."
I believe the term is passengers.
No. Oh. Passengers. I don't need a crew. Stop finding me a crew, Leroy. You're passengers, like the plant said. And up walks the boatman. And I'm going to share the boatman art that I found. This is the most confusing of boatmen you have ever seen, for they are about 2.5 to 3 feet tall, with the giant paddle for their size. So a normal paddle. And for those who would be familiar in their worlds, this is a kobold. Yarnock, another small child. Or, and it's an underling, and you would be familiar with smaller ones, actually. Probably made them, like, other people, like, process paperwork.
Finally, someone Latimer can look down on.
It's about the same size. He's like, "Oh, brought a weird crew with you, huh? I'm the boatman. What do you want?"
Boat.
A boat?
We were looking for a passage to Missouri.
Mizurraine.
The mezzanine.
There are mezzanines in the Mizurraine, yes.
Miocene?
No, that's a geologic age. That's where the hell
Just to
pigs come
complicate
from.
things further, my name is Miziv.
Pleasure to meet you, Miziv. I'm the boatman. He sticks out a small clawed hand.
Shake it with a vine.
I am Phi. Waves.
Hello, Phi. I am the
I'm
boatman.
Ladman.
Hello, Latimer. I am the boatman.
Not.
He'll look to you, Yarnock, and in a tongue that you inherently know, but you can also distinctly tell is not the same language he was talking to everybody else in, he goes, "Hello, Yarnock. I am the ferryman."
Hello, ferryman. Can you give us passage?
Yes.
And the two of them are just speaking Draconic now.
Yeah, it's just Draconic. They have switched languages, which is similar to the Archosaurian you hear, but not... It's different. And Leroy, leans down over to you, Fine. He's like, I don't know what the hell they're saying.
Neither do I. But that is not unusual, I have found.
That's fair. This is a really weird place. Might as well just roll with it.
So
And-
Yarnock is just chatting with this guy now.
Yes, he's like, welcome. And he'll be like, no sailing this evening. Water's too rough. Set your tent and step over there. Use the fire here for warming up. Use the fire over here for cooking. And then back in Draconic is like, I haven't seen many other Draconic people here. What brings you here, brother?
The sun doesn't like me. Pretty sure I got kicked out of my own, planet and whatever that is. I've been learning new words.
This place will teach you many new words. But it is good to learn, good to grow, good to thrive here. That's why I have become the ferryman.
It's much better here than where I was.
It often is. Were you under the servitude of a dragon?
No, I don't know what dragon means. Everybody says that, but I don't know what that means. It was a man that made me.
Miss Eve, why are you breaking into his house? So, dragons are creatures like you and I, but they can also reach grand scales, gigantic creatures with towering wings, impressive horns and armor, large teeth, and breath weapons of impressive natures.
There wasn't any room for those after everything happened.
That's fair then. Better for you. At least you two have survived than them sometimes. And then going back to common for everybody else, you can put your tents here, cook your stuff there. I'll go get you some wine. Seas are too rough now. And as you can see, you've come out on the beach, and it's that gorgeous tropical beach view. That just instead of birds in the air, it's pterosaurs. As the sun's setting, it's you don't go sailing here at night. Night's bad for sailing. I'll get you some wine. You can come in if you want, once you get your stuff set up. The animals will have to stay outside, though. I don't got a whole lot of room.
I'm gonna sit down on one of these logs.
He goes inside and gets you some wine.
Fun little man.
You two did seem like you were having a nice conversation.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't hurt my voice to talk like that.
Does it hurt normally?
Yep.
Oh.
That's why his sentences are so short.
I was about to say, no wonder you do so little of it.
I don't have any tent assets uploaded. This
Fine, we'll
is...
say they're like here.
Yeah, Fi's just gonna start setting some stuff up.
That's fair.
Kitty.
Oh, there's a tent. I knew I had a tent asset.
Hey.
There you go. And after a few minutes, the boatman arrives back. I was like, got cups of wine. He wants wine.
I'm
Is-
borrowing you for a cup of vinegar.
I'll have to get you a different cup real quick.
It counts as the same thing for my tank.
And he passes a cup to everybody who takes a cup of wine.
Thank you.
Does Leroy
Thank you.
take one?
Yep. He's like, make it myself. Grow it out back. I'll get you some vinegar.
I'll take some wine. He's gonna look at the ferryman and go, I don't know what this is.
And then in Draconic, he'll go, alcohol. Distilled from grapes. It'll help take the edge off of any wounds or exhaustion you might have.
He goes, okay, that sounds good. And he'll drink it. And this is the first time he's had alcohol.
So it's not like it's a very refined wine. It's like if you've had wines before, you're like, ooh, this is almost bottom barrel stuff. But he's like, homemade vines are on the back part of my farmyard over there.
This is like the wine that you would get in a box.
It's kind of like almost box wine level. Like he's not giving a fuck about the pH of the soil or refining this. It's I live out of a shack by the ocean in a world full of things that like to walk up out of the ocean. I need something to take the edge off every now and again.
It's very...
That backyard hooch.
It does the job.
I was wondering what the big barrel was inside.
Yes. Alright, so for all of y'alls, you're going to Mezzanine, I can take you. It's going to be about a 3 or 4 day sail, about 2 or 3 island stops in between here and there, just because of the amount of time we'll have to cover the ocean. I got a couple of places we'll stop at. Hopefully nothing will be too hungry in the waters. Should be fine.
Okay.
This sounds like a plan.
And am I expecting 6? And Leroy will go, nah, I gotta go do some other stuff. Heading up north for a bit, so I just want to make sure these guys got to you, no problem, man. He's like, no worries. Usual payment, and Leroy will walk over, and he will heft a bag into his hands. He'll feel it for a second and nod. He's like, perfect. Like, no worries. First time's my treat, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Leroy.
Thank you.
No worries.
Thank you.
I know the jungles aren't exactly rich in treasures, and I don't mind helping you out a bit.
Yes, in your want travels, if you happen upon any spell scrolls, I will gladly take them off of you. My book is woefully late these days.
Will do, buddy. Pats you on the leaf. Now, I'm going to try to get back to town. I think I should be able to get back there no problem, that since I won't be having anyone follow me or nothing. So, good luck, safe travels, and you'll see me again. That is a promise.
Farewell.
And off it goes. And now you have the evening to yourselves. And the boatman. For the most part, it's like, if you need me, I'll be inside. Wizardman. Plant man. Maziv.
Yes.
I got some books inside. No, go.
Shuffle.
Oh, and heads up. In case I don't see you before y'all go to bed. There is a chance I have to usually clear the beach in the morning. So when you get up, don't be surprised if there's something on the beach.
Okay.
Okay.
Kind of something.
He does not answer that as he goes inside, leading
Like
Maziv
two
in with
different
him.
Reactions.
Mizzy was just so distressed. I mean, Latimer's so distressed.
God damn it. Fucking hell. Sorry.
The forest screams of metallic echoes.
Uh,
It lives here as well as elsewhere. The 5 giraffe.
no.
Oh,
Not that thing.
Oh, that'd be a fun one to put in. It's like, here, buy all books. Mostly stuff washed up. Don't know it'll be useful.
So I will ritually cast, because I don't have any spell slots, detect magic to see if there's any like spell books or spell scrolls or anything interesting, but also just
There seems to be
leaf through them.
some magic stuff in here, but it's going to take some time for you to figure out what's here.
Okay.
So
I've also-
a good downtime activity for you.
I've also got identify, so that I can use that over time.
Yes. And I'm asking you to take time because I don't have anything actually prepared for this, but I wanted to make sure you got some stuff.
Cool.
And because if there's anything else you guys want to do this evening, we've hit kind of our usual pumpkin time. Otherwise, we're good to go.
I'm good to go. To sleep, I guess. Got my ass kicked.
You did get your ass kicked. There's also, like, if you wanted to interact with the boatman, you can. If there's any questions you want to ask. If you want to have inter-character interactions, or if you all just want to go, we've had to fight off a giant snake. You're good.
Oh. This
Nope.
is dumb, but Ms. Eve will ask permission for the night to take root of the garden.
Sure.
Just
make sure you close the gate behind. Just make sure you close the gate behind you.
Yep.
Last thing I need is another couple of those little fuckers around. And you don't want them nibbling on you.
Little fuckers.
Yeah, you'll see him in the morning.
Damn. The mysterious little fuckers and the things that might wash up on the beach.
I imagine Maziv back home with the science lab. They would go to bed literally in the greenhouse where they grew their local food.
I mean, that works.
Yeah.
But oh, that was a harrowing trip. Is every day of travel going to be like this? Because that has been kind of a tone since getting here.
It's a hungry, hungry world. Just wait till you meet the hippos.
Oh
Oh
no.
boy.
Yes, it certainly does seem to be an ongoing theme. I think we can expect to see this in every episode.
It's dangerous out there, but it's good that we have each other.
Oh, certainly.
And I know I have to keep going out there. I have to keep going.
Important things.
Yeah. I'm trying to create a cure to a disease. And Apollo, my god, has given me some clues as to where I can go to find that. That's why I want to head south.
Okay.
If we can find it, I can help you cultivate it.
Yes, that would be greatly appreciated. I did get into a lot of this, not on the most expected of circumstances, but I'm sure you can gather from the fact that I'm here just like all of you that it wasn't exactly great back home.
Well, I'm certain that your mission shall prove successful. For my part, until further notice, until contrary orders are given, I must assume that it would be in the best interest to aid you in your divine mission. Cannot imagine what else I would be doing here.
Thank you.
Alrighty, and with that, I think we're going to call it a night. Thank you for listening. I appreciate everyone participating tonight. And remember, there were big snakes, and bigger snakes, and bigger snakes. Some were in the swamps, some were in the jungles, some were in the oceans. Remember that. Have fun swimming!